How does housing selection work for returning undergrad students for the upcoming academic year? Let's find out. First, do your research on the residence halls that will be available for upper-level housing selection. Detailed information can be found on our process website. Each class year will have an opportunity for advanced placement. To summarize that information, the areas you should most consider based on your class year are as follows. Sophomores will have an opportunity to choose Ellsworth, Fuller, and South Village. They can also choose spaces for 5 or 7 in Ellsworth and Fuller or South Village through advanced placement. Rising juniors will have the opportunity to select 4-person apartments in East or Faraday Hall before other class years. The majority of these apartments are 1 double and 2 singles. They can choose to be placed in South Village in groups of 2 or 3. Rising seniors will have the opportunity to select 3-person apartments in the WPI townhouses before other class years. These apartments are 1 double and 1 single. There are also 2 6-person apartments that are 2 doubles and 2 singles, that a group of 3 rising juniors can request to be placed with another group of 3 through advanced placement. You may choose to form a group of different size that can be accommodated by the locations that your class year has the first opportunity to select. Understand that this will likely reduce the options available for your group during selection week. All students that would like to participate in the housing selection process must complete a housing application and verify a group before the application deadline. This includes students placed through the advanced placement process or the accommodated housing process with accessibility services. Group leaders will receive an email to their WPI account with their housing selection time during the week prior to selection. Groups placed through advanced placement or the accommodated housing process with accessibility services will not receive a selection time. Selection times are based on group size, with groups of 4 selecting first, then groups of 3, then groups of 2, and ending with groups of 1. For groups of 4, 3, and 2, selection times will be based on class year, with the order of class years based on the locations that house groups of that size. For example, groups of 3 will have rising seniors selecting first, followed by rising juniors, and ending with rising sophomores. Selection times are completely random within class years. Here are some special notes for students in a group of 1. Outside of a very limited number of singles in South Village, there will not be single-person locations available during selection. If there are beds available in partially filled apartments or rooms, those will be available for groups of 1 to select. Selection times for groups of 1 are entirely randomized. There is no consideration based on class year. We strongly discourage students from forming groups of 1. Let's wrap up. There will be a standby list process for individual students. If there is nothing available at your selection time, or if you decide not to select housing at your selection time, the Housing and Residential Experience Center will contact you about joining the standby list. Remember, housing is not guaranteed for upper-level students at WPI. If you have any questions, please check out our FAQ page. For any questions not answered there, please email our office at housing@wpi.edu. Stay tuned for our other videos regarding completing an application, the advanced placement process, selection tips and tricks, selecting housing as the group leader during selection.